Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at deck for the standard format, and this is a Tauros GX featuring Tsareena from the Sun and Moon. So what's very important about this deck? So the first thing, of course, you're probably going to notice is Tauros GX ×4 because he is the main attacker in his deck. So Rage for 20 plus 10 more for each damage counter on him, and Mad Bull GX for 30 times the each damage counter in this Pokemon. On the other side, Tsareena is very powerful because his ability will allow you to discard one card from your opponent's hand. Of course, you can look at his hand and discard one card from his hand when you play this card from your hand to play. So that's very powerful because with Forest of the Giant Plant in play, and of course with 4 Devolution Sprays and 4 copies of Puzzle of Time, we can simply discard the entire hand that our opponent can have. And that can be so devastating. I mean, I decided not to go with the red card. I decided to go with the Delinquent and with 4 Devolution Sprays and 4 Puzzle of Times because sometimes that red card can be good because I can hit a combination with the red card, Delinquent, and Tsareena down to 0. But still, even with just a single, even with just Tsareenas without red cards, this worked perfect because you can simply control your opponent energy attachment to Crushing Hammers, Enhanced Hammers, and Team Grunts, and overall just attack with Horn Attack for 60 or 70, and then with the Rage and Mad Bull GX for the knockout and for the weak 3. Overall, Dex works pretty good. It needs to be tweaks a little bit more, to be honest. Some more performance I need to adjust in this build, but overall I'm pretty happy, and the deck is very interesting to play. So 12 Pokemons, 44 trainer cards, and 4 energies. Of course, 60 cards in total. So 2 Shames for the setup, 4 Tauros GXs as the main attacker, and 2 line of Tsareenas and his previous evolutions. For that, Queenly Majesty. From the item cards, I decided to go with 4 copies of Crushing Hammer. Flip a coin if you has discard energy from your opponent Pokemon's in play. 4 Devolution Spray. You can simply devolve Tsareena and put it back in play if you have Forest of the Giant Plant, and then simply discard 1 card from your opponent's hand with looking at his hand. 1 copy of Enhanced Hammer to disrupt Double Color's energy, Double Dragon energy, any other special energy in play. Also interesting thing is that I'm not running Flow Stones. I'm just running 1 copy of Fighting Fury Belt so I can have more space for other cards. So I decided to go only with 1 copy of Escape Rope, simply because with the Puzzle of Time I can have more Escape Ropes, but sometimes switching from the Tauros GX to another Tauros GX can be more better than just having Flow Stone. Because you have more options with those Escape Ropes, because you can also force your opponent maybe to promote some other things from his bench to the active position. 2 level balls so I can search my deck for Bounsweet and for the Steenie. 4 copies of Puzzle of Time, of course, 1 Rabbit Laser just in case if I was forced to discard any of these Grass Pokemon line into my discard pile. 1 Special Charge to recycling those special energies. 3 Trainer's Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, and 4 VS Seekers. Stadium decision, of course, was just Forest of the Giant Plant because you simply need to have 4 of them. You really want to use the turn 1 Stadium for that Tsareena. You also want to have mid or late game Stadium in play, so you can simply Delinquent your opponent's hand and control his hand with Tsareena's Queenly Majesty and with a Delinquent. Single Lysander, of course, with single Olympia. Olympia is here for the switch and heal 30. Sometimes can be very important. For draw, I have 2 copies of Anne and 4 copies of Professor Sycamores, and I also decide to add 1 Team Grant because I can, with Team Grant, discard, for example, 2 special energies from Giratina. Let's say he has Giratina for the Chaos Wheel. Turn 2, I can simply Team Grant and Enhance Hammer and discard 2 Double Dragon energies easily for my opponent's active Pokemon. Also, 1 copy of Fighting Fury Belt. I decided to go just with the 1 because after I get knockout on my Tauros with the Fighting Fury Belt, I can simply play 2 copies of Puzzle of Time and get back my Fighting Fury Belt from discard pile and attached to my Tauros. The reason for just a single Fighting Fury Belt is the reason because I want to have more Devolution Sprays, more Crushing Hammers, more Enhanced Hammers, and more other cards like Flare Grant, and more space for other cards like a Delinquent, so I can have more disruptions and more control against my opponent's cards and energies in play, and of course only 4 copies of double cores energies in this deck for that Tauros GX. So overall, I really like the deck, and for today's video I decided to play 3 games with it, so stay tuned for them. If you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on ccgcastle.com. Also with TCG Center 5 code you can get 5% discount on your purchase, so keep that in mind. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see how this deck performs in action, so see you in the game. Okay, so let's take a look at the opening hand. Well, not the best opening hand you can get, but it can be even worse. So no basic Pokemon for my opponent, which means 1 extra card for me, 1 for the turn 1, I'm going first. Oh, actually 2 of them. Alright, so hopefully I can pull something as the top deck. Something like an N is okay. Alright, so 2 extra cards, V-Seeker and Tauros. At least Tauros is here, so will not complain. And Forest of the John Plant. And that's it. That's my turn 1. Switch down to Tauros, passing the turn. Having 1 Crushing Hammer, also there is Olympia, so 1 Ultra Ball already for 2 Darkness energies on my opponent's side for the Baby Yveltal. Alright, so with the Baby Yveltal, he can simply attack for 30 and attach 1 of these energies. Oh no, look at this, Escape Rope played and a Max Elixir. Alright, that's okay. I'm gonna take 3 damage counters, and there's also Shaming for setup. Well, that's near perfect start for him. Didn't expect actually turn 1 that in hand, that Escape Rope. Alright, never mind. Only 40. 1 energy is gonna be attached to that Darkrai probably. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to disrupt his a little bit with the Crushing Hammer. Nope. Trainer's Mail. Ultra Ball or Sycamore. I think I'm gonna risk a little bit. Just a little bit. First I'm gonna use my Olympia, and second I'm gonna play my Ultra Ball. So Ultra Ball for 1 Devolution Spray and Forest of the John Plant. And it's gonna give me that Shaman, and it's gonna give me 4 extra cards with the setup, so still I can pull something. At least maybe double cores energy, so I can try to attack with my Tauros. Or maybe just couple Crushing Hammers. Well, even those Crushing Hammers are not that bad. But if you can't hit a single one, well, then the problem is huge. That's it. That's it. I'm still staying with just a single Tauros in front. At least I managed to discard 1 of the energies from his Yveltal, and there we go, there's another energy and another Darkrai on the bench, and it's going to be Oblivion Wing for 30, and of course 1 more energy from discard pile onto his Darkrai down to the bench. So I'm desperately looking for the top deck, which is going to be Puzzle of Time. Of course I'm going to play that. Alright, so Ultra Ball is the top deck. That's it. I'm passing my turn. 1 Deliquent and 1 Sarna can be a big deal here, but his Darkrai is already have about 2 energy cards. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up, that's for sure. I'm gonna play my Ultra Ball for 2 copies of V-Seekers. I'm gonna grab another Shaymin EX and set up. This does not look great. 3 V-Seekers already in my discard pile. That's not something you would like to see. Trainer's Mail of Hope for something. Something like Escape Rope? Why not? Why not something like Escape Rope? Probably one of his Dark Rays is going to be promoted in the front. Maybe even Shaymin, who knows? Luckily for me, I have another Tauros on the bench, and that's gonna be Sycamore for 7 instead of Delinquent. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Right now I can reveal his hand and see what he has. Oh, 3 copies of V Seekers. Oh la la, let's go with one switch first. 3 copies of V Seeker, how bad is that? It's very bad. Trainer's Mail. For Devolution Spray, I can take that. Okay, so it's time for the Horn Attack. And for 60, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 is the max damage that Darkrai can do to me. And basically, if he decides to go for 120, I can then just simply knocks him out with my Rage without touching my Mad Bull, which means that next turn I can simply knocks out his another Darkrai with my Mad Bull GX. So time for the Devolution Spray, time to see what he managed to grab. Okay, moment of truth. Escape Rope. Well, let's just discard that Escape Rope. And I'm gonna play my Rage. That's gonna be more than enough for the knockout. 140 plus 60, that's 200 in total. 2 prize cards for me. Of course, 1 energy is gonna be preserved to that Darkrai on the bench. Fighting Fury Belt and N. Okay, really like that. Really like that. I think I'm done with my Devolution Sprays. Okay, I have 1 more left. And also I have 1 more line of Tessernia in play. So this is going to be 100 with the Dark Pulse. And right now I simply need to use my Mad Bull GX for 180. Can I do that? Of course I can do that. I just need to get lucky. So let's go first with the special charge. Second thing I'm gonna do is gonna be 1 Ultra Ball for Enhanced Hammer and M. Okay, how many double course energies I have left? 4 of them. If I miss double course energy with my Professor Sycamore, that's gonna be so ugly. So first I'm gonna see Puzzle of Time and Predict the Future. Puzzle of Time, top deck, and 2 Sycamores. Not something you would like to see, that's for sure. Oh, there was a double course energy. Whew. Okay, I also have Devolution Spray. Abracadabra, so let's see. What is gonna be? What's in my opponent hand? Darkrai, Trainer's Mail, V-Seeker. Oh, Lysander sounds not good. I can probably expect maybe Lysander next turn. I don't know. I can maybe expect that, maybe not. So Level Ball and Tauros GX for me. Okay, that's fine. I have 1 more piece of puzzle left, which means that I can also put any 2 cards from my discard pile back into my hand. So if he tries to attack me with the Yveltal for 30, that's gonna be, of course, it's gonna be Lysander, as expected. As expected, Lysander. So I need double course energy for switching. All of my devolutions are fortunately in discard pile. So this is going to be 1 Level Ball, nothing left. To buy a time, I'm gonna just play Team Flare Grunt, just to buy me a little bit of time and pass my turn. Because I simply need to Lysander his Shaming somehow and knocks him out. But that's gonna take 2 turns and he decides to quit, so there's a victory number 1. Let's move to the game number 2. Alright, so I'm gonna start first. Let's take a look at the opening hand. So, starting with 1 copy of Shaymin-EX. Not the best start. Not the best start. At least I can Scar Return down to Tauros, which is okay thing. But still. Trainer's Mail. Trainer's Mail for Sycamore. Is it worth to take that Sycamore? I think it is. I think it is. So far, so good. Looking to pass my turn, and that's it. I could even play my Puzzle of Time, but who knows, maybe I can even top deck and or something like that, so I can just keep that Puzzle of Time for next turn. There is one Trainer's Mail. So with the Trainer's Mail, can he find something? Let's see. Darkrai is always a little bit scared to play against because with XP shares he can have so many. He can simply have so many energies in play. And there's one XP share and Shaymin. So that's going to be set up. Max Elixir. One energy will go down to the Tauros. My first... Oh, switch. Okay, it was not Escape Rope. If there was Escape Rope, that would be so bad. So I'm gonna take 3 damage counters here, which is okay. Oh, he had Escape Rope, but he decided not to play Escape Rope, which is welcome for me, definitely, because I can Sky Return and I can have another setup for next turn. So this is going to be Max Elixir. Will there be any energy? Yes, it will be. So I'm going to take 3 damage counters, but like I'm not going to take nothing because I'm just going to Sky Return. So 2 Max Elixirs, 1 energy from hand, and basically that's going to be it, I think, because there is a Sunclap in play. No more setups with the Shaymins. Okay, 1 Floatstone for Yveltal. And Oblivion Wing for 30. Alright, so that means only one thing. Oh, what a nice top deck. What a nice top deck this was. Let's see right now what piece of puzzle can give us. Another piece of puzzle, and Tauros. So I'm gonna Sycamore for 7. Set up Tauros, play Ultra Ball, doop doop. Get another Shaymin or not? Get just another Bounsweet in play. Hit for 30, switch to Tauros, and next turn I'm gonna try to set up 2 of my Xerneas in play. Alright, so let's just Sky Return for now. Perfect, so 30, Tauros be promoted in the front. I have 2 pieces of puzzles, which means that I can grab Ultra Ball and another piece of puzzle, for example. Very important, especially if I can find 1 more piece of puzzle, so I can play again 2 pieces of puzzles for, let's say, another Ultra Ball and Trainer's Mail. So Ultra Ball on my opponent's side, probably for another Shaymin EX, maybe not for Darkrai. Alright, so Team Flare Grunt is in his discard pile, which means after I set up, I'm gonna probably go with the Deliquent. Maybe even not. If this is gonna be just 30, there's a Pearl City. Dang, I can't set up, but I have piece of puzzles. Luckily, Sycamore for 7, huge Sycamore for 7. In a perfect time for my opponent. Darkness Energy attached. Oblivion Wing for 30. 1, 2, 3, 4 energies on his bench in play. Oh, what a nice top deck. What a nice top deck. So let's put 2 cards. So piece of puzzle and Forest of the Giant Plant, of course. Alright. Then I'm gonna play my second piece of puzzle, which is gonna be for Trainer's Mail and Ultra Ball. Maybe even for Deliquent. Let's be patient with the Deliquent for now. So Trainer's Mail for N, I don't want that. Set up for 4. Crushing Hammer, always welcome. Okay, energy from Active One. So Ultra Ball for Stadium and let it be double Course Energy just in case if I don't get, you know, nothing, I can Sycamore for 7. So let's try something with a Shaman for 5. Then I can still play Sycamore for 7, so plenty of cards I'm gonna drop this turn. Plenty of them. Okay, I think I couldn't get better hand, so Devolution Spray or Ultra Ball. Let's first grab one Ultra Ball, and then Special Charge. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with my hand and with my play so far, so let's play that Serena. What can I discard from my opponent's hand? He have M, so I'm gonna disrupt that VA Seeker for sure, clearly. And Sycamore for 7. Another Serena. Will be right now for something like a energy card, because I can disrupt even another energy card with my Devolution Spray. Okay, let's do this. Which means he's gonna be forced to play that N. He's gonna be forced to play N. I'm gonna use my Horn Attack for 60, which means I'm gonna end my turn. So far, so good. He definitely needs to play that N, which means he's also gonna refresh my hand. Oh, he pulled the Trainer's Mail as the top deck. I need definitely Lysander. Oh, he gets a Sycamore, which means he's gonna probably play Sycamore and discard both ends, which is good because 3 Sycamores and 2 ends and 2 VA Seekers discarded on my opponent's side. So as long as I can grab something like Devolution Spray, I might just decide to... Okay, Oblivion Wing for 30. Since he had an XP share, I simply need to discard that energy. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. That's 120. 140. Well, if he have energy in his hand, clearly I'm gonna be knocked out. But that's just if he has. So 70 and knockout. And one prize for me is gonna be Lysander. What else I could get? Deliquent, maybe N. Decided to go with Team Flare Grunt, and I think I did good call. So far so good. Another Darkrai. Looks like he didn't have energy in his hand, so well, looks like he had one more energy in his hand. Alright, if he decides to strike for 30, Rage is definitely going to be huge, down to that Shaman. A VA Seeker for Team Flare Grunt. Oh no. Oh no, I have only 3 more energy cards left. And that's 30. 3 Darkrai's ready. I think I don't have another option than Ultra Ball for nothing. 3 Crushing Hammers left, 2 Double Course Energies, Escape Rope, Devolution Sprays times 3. So tell you what. Let's just be mad right now and Deliquent. So he can't have any card left in his hand. If I'm gonna take 3 more and 3 more damage counters, I might be able just simply to max out one of his Darkrai's with my Tauros GX, and then just Shaman, and then just another Oblivion Wing for 30. Alright, so that's 120. Okay, cool. Top deck is gonna be a Devolution Spray in perfect time. Perfectly timed. But right now I simply can't do nothing else than just play the Seeker for Sycamore and pass my turn. Okay, one more energy. So many energies. An Oblivion Wing for 30. And right now I can Rage, and I can max out one of his Dark Rays. Of course, first I need to get... Oh, that was very important, heads. So 9, 10. Okay. Yes, please. Ultra Ball. Okay. Okay, very, very important to pull that double course energy so I can simply rage to his Darkrai with the XP share for the knockout, discarding 3 energies. And leaving his Darkrai's with only 6 energies or 140 damage in play. Come on, give me that double course energy top deck. Alright, it's gonna be Crushing Hammer, even better, but unfortunately Tails. Alright. Who's gonna grab first? Something. Oh no, energy card. Oblivion Wing for 30. I'm in the red zone. I'm in the red zone because he can pull back that energy to one of his Darkrai's. Actually, on the Shaman. The Evolution Spray for one more turn. Alright, alright. Probably I'm gonna lose my Tauros right now. Yes, I'm gonna lose my Tauros. This is gonna be retreat and knockout. But then I can simply Lysander his Yveltal and deck him out. If he decides to do that, that's not gonna be smart, so he decides to go with Oblivion Wing. Alright, luckily. Oh, he had Lysander. I simply can't believe in this. I simply cannot believe. One more Devolution Spray. I will try somehow catch him with my trick, but it's pretty hard to say how many energies he has. So that Oblivion Wing is for the knockout, of course. I'm gonna promote my Serena in the front. So top deck is, oh, Escape Rope, nice. Let's just remove that Escape Rope from your hand, you don't need that. Alright, so I'm passing my turn. I'm hoping he's gonna retreat so I can just Lysander him and lock him in the front forever, because second Escape Rope discarded, Switch is in his discard pile, Flowstone is in his discard pile, and there we go, he decided to do that trick. He decides to go with that retreat, and that's the Dark Pulse for 230. For way too much. Right now, time for one of my Tauroses. A Level Ball. Of course, it's gonna be for nothing, just to see what else I have left. 2 more double course energies, and I simply can't pull on none of them. I simply cannot pull them, and I'm passing my turn right now. And yeah, 5 more cards left in my opponent deck. He's gonna pass the turn right now, and I'm finally gonna top deck double course energy, but I think it's a little bit too late. I think it's a little bit too late. I mean, I don't even want to attach it. I don't even want to attach a double course energy right now. I'm just gonna pass, and see what can he get. Of course, I also have Crushing Hammer and Escape Rope left in my deck, so let's pass. 2 more cards left after this turn. Can he get Olympia maybe for that switch or not? We shall see. So Crushing Hammer, very important Crushing Hammer in heads right now. Nope, it's going to be Tails. One more card left. One more card left. Before he probably plays in. Or he maybe just deck out. But looks like it's it. Looks like this is it. So he was not able to switch, and at the end I managed to pull victory with the Tauros decking out my opponent, so yeah, the victory is victory, so cannot complain against it. Okay, so I'm starting first, and I would really like to start with the Tauros, so I can simply have the attacker in the active position, of course. There we go, so that's perfect opening hand so far. One Tauros GX, no basic Pokemon on the other side. Of course, I'm not gonna play my double Force Energy turn 1, probably not even turn 2 or turn 3. I'm just keep my Tauros in the front, absorbing some damage counters from my opponent, and then I can just rage him. So one level ball top deck. Okay, not good. Actually, it's okay. Actually, it's okay. So let's roll with first Ultra Ball and let it be V-Seeker and something like... I don't like to discard Evolution Sprays. But I don't have another option. Okay, this is gonna be one Puzzle of Time as the top deck. What a nice top deck it is, Shaymin. Okay, never mind, let's just pass the turn. Shaymin is the top deck, which means that I can set up for like 4, 5, 6, depend on what I'm gonna play. Ultra Ball, actually Double Force Energy and Tauros GX for my opponent. Trainer's Mail, okay, so I'm gonna play my Steenee, of course, and setup. So there we go. Sky Return for 30. That's gonna be one interesting battle to watch. Let's see, Shaymin for 4. Of course, I'm gonna top Tauros. Of course, I'm gonna top. Nice. A Forest of the Giant Plant. Well, let's Ultra Ball. Who cares? In this situation right now, I don't even need to attack my opponent Tauros. Why would I do that? He can just simply counter me back. Level Ball, so with the Level Ball I can get another Steenee in play.
No, I'm not a writer. Okay.
70... yeah, he can Mad Bull back simply. I really don't want to see that. Crashing Hammer or Ultra Ball? Why not Ultra Ball? Why not Ultra Ball, then Sycamore? That's it. There we go. So far, so good. I think I'm just gonna discard Shaymin and Sycamore for 7. Ooh, this is going to be so bad for my opponent. I'm gonna discard so many cards from his hand right now, so let's go with Serena. First, I'm gonna discard a double Color's Energy, then I'm gonna discard another double Color's Energy, then I'm gonna discard a Stadium card. Alright. Two more Devolution Spray, guys. 2 more Devolution Sprays. This is so intense. Alright. I mean, this is just insane. So many cards can be discarded with Tesserina. This is just not true. So let's see what else he have. Yeah, why now Energy? Energy, and that Stadium also looks pretty bad in his hand. Take that. Take 6 damage counters from my Horn attack. And next turn I can knock him out. And if he don't take nothing... Oh, Sycamore top deck. Red alert, red alert, red alert. But it really doesn't matter too much. There is one Eevee. It's gonna be energy attachment down to the Umbreon. I have Crushing Hammer, which is nice. I also have Lysander. So probably I'm just gonna Lysander if I hit heads on the Crushing Hammer. Okay, Super Road. Shaman is recycled back. And my turn. So let's see. In top deck, Tauros, Crushing Hammer, Tails. Well, still I'm gonna do that. Still I'm gonna just Horn attack for 60 on that Umbreon GX on the bench. And just pass my turn. Next turn it's time to play N, of course, and maybe tries to find a couple more Devolution Sprays to play on my Serenas. So a VE Seeker for another Sycamore. Okay. Oh, Absol and Vaporeon, and another Umbreon GX discarded. And third VE Seeker. So far, so good. Just another Tauros. I can take 3 damage counters, I can take 9 damage counters, but probably I'm gonna just take 3 damage counters and then he's gonna strafe down to one of his Tauroses on the bench. We shall see. Okay, he can maybe even go with the Dark Cold GX, but that's not something you would like to do. So he decides to pass, and it's my turn. My turn, my top deck, just the Ultra Ball, so I'm gonna N. And in this situation I'm actually helping more my opponent than myself. It is how it is, so Trainer's Mail for Deliquent. To be honest, somehow I would like to have that Deliquent. Still, he can go with the Mad Bull GX for like 180 and knocks me out. Let's do this. Let's go for 60. I mean, with the Rage, he can go for 140. With Fighting Fury Belt, 150, which is going to be enough for the knockout. I simply need to have Respond with my another Tauros GX knocking out his Tauros. Oh, there's an Enhanced Hammer. Okay, an Eevee. And another Eevee. And play one more card so I can Deliquent entire hand down to 0. Oh, that would be so devastating. That would be so devastating for my opponent, I can tell you that. If only one more card is going to be played. Deliquent for 3 is smiling to my opponent. I don't need Stadium anymore just because I managed to play 2 Tesserenas already. And I can still top deck Stadium with the Sycamore. Alright, so waiting to see his respawn. Ultra Ball for Shaymin-EX, of course. And the last VE Seeker and second Enhanced Hammer discarded. Oh, actually for the Jolteon. So he would like to have... interesting. Shaymin for 5 and then Jolteon in his hand. Okay, Jolteon makes a lot of sense because he can snipe Shaymin's on the bench. For 180 with the Shadow Bullet. Actually, he can't snipe, he can simply just attack them for 180. So Professor's Kukui with the Trainer's Mail. Will there be a double Course Energy and Professor's Kukui for the knockout with that Rage? Oh, energy from hand down to the Umbreon. Looks like I'm gonna be okay for now. Looks like I'm gonna be okay. There was no double Course Energy in his hand, and there's a big Lysander to one of my Serenas. And that's it. What a nice top deck this was. Yeah, I like that. I simply like that. So let's go with the Horn Attack for the knockout. 2 prize cards for me, 70. Okay, so it's gonna be a Force of the Giant Plant and another Professor Sycamore. So far, so good. I have Lysander, I have VE Seeker, which means I can simply Lysander his Umbreon and tries to somehow deal damage counters to him. Or I could just simply go with the Deliquent and Deliquent my opponent hand down to 1. Plenty of options to do. Tauros is the worst possible thing that I can face at this moment. But with the Deliquent to 0, I can be more than happy because 4 VE Seekers already in his discard pile. And he definitely needs the double course energy to use that Mad Bull GX, because he really wants to use Mad Bull GX. There is no reason to go with a Dark Hole GX, because of course I'm not that stupid to attach 2 double course energies at once in play, but I also need to be very cautious because I only have 2 more double course energy cards left. And there we go, there is a double course energy. Will he decide to attack me or not? We shall see, because if he decides to attack me, then I can simply knock out his Tauros and just tries to Lysander his Shaymin for the last prize, which I'm probably gonna do. So there is a Trainer's Mail for the teammates. Alright. Plus I also have like 3 more Crushing Hammers and Enhanced Hammer and yeah, Flare Grant and all other good cards left in my deck, so I can just stay forever with my Tauros GX in the front without dealing a single... Oh, Horn Attack. Okay, that was very important. That was very important. Right now it's time to Deliquent, just to clear some of the cards from my opponent's hand. And of course, so I can also discard a couple cards from my hand in case of the end. So that's Mad Bull GX for 180, plus 10 for the Fighting Fury build, 190, exactly enough for the knockout. 2 cards for me, an Enhanced Hammer and Escape Rope. And yeah, he can't one-hit knock out my Tauros, no way he can do that, which means I can simply VE Seeker and Lysander his Shaymin on the bench. So he desperately needs to get N, but the problem with the N is that he simply needs to have physically N in his hand. So Special Charge, Teammates for any 2 cards, which means I'm okay. Alright, so let's see. VE Seeker for Lysander, Lysander down to Shaymin, and I can attack with my Rage for 90 at this moment, which means I need 2 more damage counters. At least I can knock out Eevee, I can knock out Jolteon, so if he decides to strafe me, then the game is over, and then this is gonna be another mistake from him. Nope, no Umbreon, which means he can retreat. Best thing he can try to do, retreat maybe, and attack with his Strafe for 40. Quick Draw for 1. Okay. Double Colress Energy top deck. Oh, he decides to quit. Alright, so yeah, I mean, I should probably just knock out his Eevee right now, Deliquent him down to 1, and I had that Escape Rope for the knockout next turn against either way Jolteon or Shaymin. So yeah, I mean, that turn 1 when I actually played couple Serenas was way too much for my opponent, because that Queenly Majesty is so powerful ability that this is so strong. If you can deck out your opponent, if you can discard his entire hand with that Queenly Majesty, or just simply few cards that he actually can have that can help him, that can be so devastating for him. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.